Continuing the work on the Chrome extension from last three videos, these were the three. In the last one, we created this extension where it captures the response from the qwen chat window. We have to click this capture button and it gets all the response from this page. This we have to send to locally running ollama model, and let's have a quick review of the current code that we have. So this was our popper.html, which just has a capture button, an out section for displaying the output, and a script tag with this popup.js. Popup.js is just executing a script in the active tag. It is looking for this query selector dot response message container, which is the div that qwen has. This div is having that selector, and we are returning the inner text. The output then goes into the promises uh, resolve call, which then can be captured using this then method, where the result is an array. We take the 0th element and dot result that returns us the string that it captured from the div. That one we are setting out.innerText, which is in this HTML. Out is this div out.innerHTML. So next step in this will be this backend application, this server.js that we created in the second video. This is a wrapper around the locally running ollama API. It will call this API, the /1 thing. Okay, at this point, let's rename instead of one. Let's call it ollama. Okay, so /ollama, and can run this one. Node server.js. Let me bring the postman. So this was the request. Instead of one, now we will have to call ollama. That's what I renamed just now, and this will be the request format. So to do this from the Chrome extension, we need the JavaScript code, which can be easily captured from this section in Postman. The code default is Node.js. We can select JavaScript fetch. This is the exact code that we need to run. We'll replace the response. So first, let me copy this one, and I will put it in the popup.js. So this should happen after the response has been returned. So out.innerText. Let's call it call ollama with response, and we'll send this same value, the result 0.result. Okay, let's define this function. This has to be an async function. Okay, and whatever we copied from Postman, we'll put it here. This one. Okay, let's format it. Okay, so what it is doing, it is creating a header instance, header.append application.js. It is creating a JSON.stringify. This is the entire uh, response, which actually is coming from this variable, whatever we are passing. So let's name it result, and instead of this hard coded, we'll actually pass the actual result. So prompt will be, I have to show more, it is a big text, I have to go till the end. Okay, and there is suffix prompt also. I need to keep that. Add cancellation monitor, yeah, till this point. So let me start from here and remove till this one. So this will be our prompt. Read this and just return all the file names that are needed. So in between, I will add this result, whatever is coming from this, um, whatever this extension has captured from the qwen chat window. Stream is false, rest everything is as it is, and this is doing the fetch catch result. It is logging. So what we need to do, we don't want it to be a promise here. We have to get the response returned. So this function is async. We can await on this one, this fetch call. let resp equal to, and instead of these then and catch, we'll just check if it is not okay. If resp okay, if resp is not okay, we'll return some text. Can't, or at this point just return an error calling ollama API. Okay, and else it will return a response.json dot js1. Okay, and to get this one, this needs to wait, so there will be an await here. Let resp equal to, this is a problem because here we can't have res await in this section. So what can we do is, we can await for this one. We'll have to modify the structure a little bit. The then section can't have await, so I will comment this part out, and this results instead of through then will directly get with await. So let results equal to await, and we'll do the same thing outside here. So at this point, let's retest whether our restructure works. So I'll just go back, extensions, manage extension. I'll just reload this test extension and retest that everything works. Capture, it is working. So going back, you can add this next part. So it will call the API and get the response. Right after this, response is again this response.json, and how it returns. So in around 3 minutes 19 seconds it came. So our response is an array containing all the file names and paths. So first of all, we'll just try to display the stringified version of this one in the out.txt. So once this comes, we'll try to update this out.inner text with the stringified of this one. So json dot stringify this resp. So once it is coming, we'll just show the file names structurally. So let me run this one, reload the extension and run again. So we'll go back to the browser, extensions, and reload this. Go back to this one, capture. Now right after this, the call would have been running, and just like in Postman, it takes 3 minutes. So I'll wait for something around 4 minutes and then I'll resume the video. So it seems there was a course error to call this API and it failed. I waited for 3 minutes and then I saw this one that there are some errors. So we'll have to get course headers added in the response in this Node.js application. Let me do that and resume the video because there is less time left. 10 minutes. So this middleware is added for the course app.use, and in their response has been added these course related headers: access allow, access control allow origin, access control allow methods, and allow headers. So we'll run this, we'll keep the changes and run again. Okay, going back to the browser, clear the error, just reload. Even though nothing has changed, I'll just reload the extension, click on the extension and capture. Let's wait and pause. So this time the response has come, the exact same response that we are seeing in the Postman. Same thing appeared here. Now next step will be pass ollama API again the same output of the qwen3 window and asking it to give us the content of file one by one. For example, the next prompt will be read this entire text and give me the content of order.java from this one, and that way we'll proceed with the next few step in the next video. This one is ending now. Thanks for watching.